Parker Schnabel's impact on the gold mining scene extends beyond mere success. It's defined by groundbreaking discoveries that have captivated the industry. His strategic risk-taking, combined with a crew dedicated to exploration and innovation, has unearthed some of the largest gold nuggets ever recorded. The journey through Parker's ventures reveals a series of exhilarating discoveries that not only elevate his status, but also contribute to the lore of the gold rush. Prepare to be immersed in the narrative of the greatest gold discoveries, showcasing Parker Schnabel's extraordinary contributions to the world of mining through the gold rush with us. The Parker crew is on a wild journey, smashing records, staying up all night, and facing panic from a looming disaster. Amidst the chaos, their strong bonds and unwavering determination to extract every ounce of gold shine through. As the season's end approaches, the pressure mounts, and they must return with whatever gold they have managed to uncover in just a few months. The suspense builds as they prepare to unveil the millions of gold hidden in the river's dirt and rock. At a very young age of 16, Parker Schnabel assumed control of the nugget mine. At that point, his most significant weigh-in amounted to 25 ounces, equating to a substantial sum of $88,000, a pivotal milestone in his budding career. Mining into the Klondike, Parker achieved a remarkable feat by securing the title of the biggest weekly gold weigh-in on Gold Rush, boasting an impressive 3-bedroom gold yield. Fast forward to the year 2018, where he realized a staggering 9,555 ounces, 955 of gold, a realization that seemed merely fantastical 6 years prior when he initially arrived in the region, at the time worth over $1,146,000. $1,146,000. Pretty impressive, right? In the year 2021, Parker Schnabel achieved an impressive milestone with a noteworthy haul of 1,168 ounces, 1168, translating into a substantial payday of $2,102,000 to $102,000. On the contrary, in the preceding year, 2020, he set an all-time record with a scale-bursting gold weigh-in of 2,294 ounces, 2294. This extraordinary yield amounted to an astounding $4,358,000, $4,068,000, undeniably establishing a new standard in the realm of gold mining. Concluding an intensive 6-month mining expedition in the Klondike, Parker eagerly embarks on the journey back to Alaska with the burning anticipation of unveiling his hard-earned final gold total. The pivotal figure behind Parker's immersion into the world of gold mining is none other than his grandfather, John Schnabel. Filled with an eager enthusiasm, the young Parker looks forward to presenting not only to his grandpa but also to the entire family the results of his efforts, the definitive sum of gold he has extracted. John Schnabel experienced simultaneous joy and pride upon learning of the impressive weigh-in of 1,029 ounces. Overwhelmed, he expressed his excitement, as he had never witnessed such a substantial collection of gold nuggets in all his years. Parker, observing his grandfather's reaction, realized the magnitude of his achievement in that moment, understanding that he had indeed succeeded in making his mark in the world of gold mining. As the young gold miner's missions expanded, so did the scale of his operations, managing 2 wash plants, the formidable Big Red and the formidable Sluicifier, a wash plant straight out of hell. Throughout the years, these plants engaged in a gold mining showdown, with the Sluicifier bringing in an impressive haul of over 20,833 ounces, 20 to 33, equivalent to a value exceeding $31,346,000, $31,046,000. However, it's Big Red, the Old Faithful, that ultimately takes the crown, delivering an astounding 25,760 ounces, 25,660, valued at an impressive $36,778,000, 36,000, 37,000, nearly $37 million in total. Gathering together 4 days later, the crew eagerly assembled to observe the results of Parker's bold choice to run bedrock. The risk proved successful, resulting in a significant haul of 484.1 ounces, 484.1, translating into an impressive windfall totaling $870,000, $870,000. In the concluding weeks of the season, Mud Mountain achieves an extraordinary feat by breaking records with an accumulation of an impressive 596.6 ounces, 596.6, in just 1 week. The sheer magnitude of this accomplishment is emphasized by its staggering value, exceeding $1,074,000, $1,174,000. The sheer scale of Mud Mountain's success during this time frame is truly remarkable. Following the record-breaking achievement, they amassed a total of 3,058 ounces, 3D58, valued at an impressive $5,504,000, $5,504,000. This substantial haul contributed to Parker's best season yet, exceeding $5.5 million in gold. The cumulative gold total for the season reached an impressive 8,309.75 ounces, 8,309.75, with a staggering value surpassing $14,958,000, $14,158,000. Over 12 seasons of mining, alongside the crews of the Hoffmans, Tony, Rick, and Fred, Parker's collective efforts have yielded an astounding 83,173 ounces, 83,073 of gold. This staggering amount equates to an impressive 2.6 tons of gold. In the year 2022, these numbers translate into a mind-blowing value exceeding $150 million. $150 million. Concluding 5 months of arduous work, it is time for Parker's final gold weighing of the season, revealing a substantial haul of 6,988 ounces, 6,988. Despite this impressive total, Parker's crew aspires to set a new record, aiming to surpass the highest yield of 7,400 ounces, 7,400, achieved in the past. To achieve this goal and top his best season ever, Parker is relying on his 3 wash plants to deliver just over 400 ounces per week. They kicked off the gold weighing with the sluicifier, revealing an initial count of 225.95 ounces, 225.25. Following that, Big Red made its contribution, yielding 112.65 ounces, 112.64. With one more plant, the formidable Little Hope, left to determine their fate, they needed just 73 ounces, 73, to break the record. To their surprise, Little Hope surpassed expectations, delivering a remarkable 178.3 ounces, 178.3, setting yet another record. The season's total now stands at 754.9 ounces, 754.9. In a year marred by the pandemic, which had the potential to halt his season, Parker and his crew defied the odds, mining an astonishing 7,500 ounces, 7,500 more gold than ever before. This substantial yield is valued at over $14 million, $14 million, surpassing their previous record by an impressive $4 million, $4 million. Since Australia's inaugural gold rush in 1851, Victoria's Golden Triangle has yielded nearly 2,500 tons of gold. Remarkably, geologists estimate that there are still millions of tons waiting to be discovered in this rich and historically significant region. Moleagle holds the distinction of being the discovery site of the Welcome Stranger nugget, the largest nugget in the world. Its size is nothing short of extraordinary. Parker and his team had the chance to see the exact replica of the Welcome Stranger, and they were astounded by its enormous size. The sheer scale of this nugget left a lasting impression on them, showcasing its impressive and awe-inspiring magnitude. Encouraging the crew, Parker urges them to envision the exhilaration of discovering a colossal nugget akin to the Welcome Stranger. Acknowledging the ongoing activity in that well-explored area, he emphasizes that Victoria, renowned for its substantial gold deposits, still holds abundant opportunities for significant discoveries. The prospect of finding sizable gold remains promising, fueling the crew's optimism and determination in their mining efforts. The original Welcome Stranger, having been melted into gold bars, holds a value of nearly $3 million today. With this in mind, Parker is eager to explore the vicinity around the prospect. The task now falls into the hands of Ray Murray, who possesses substantial shafts on his property, presenting a promising opportunity for Parker and his crew to uncover potential gold reserves. As Tyler and Fred begins on a journey south to acquire a mini wash plant for Parker's gold prospecting, Parker and Danny are en route, covering 8 miles to German Gully. Their destination? The Hard Rock Mine, a relic from the original Victoria Gold Rush. The aim is to prospect this historic site, testing the grounds for potential gold deposits and delving into the remnants of a bygone era in gold mining history. Australia boasts abundant hard rock formations, a terrain unfamiliar to Parker. The allure of the hard rock game has always intrigued him, as it presents a mining approach not viable in the Yukon. While it might not be an option in the Yukon, exploring the possibilities of hard rock mining in Australia opens up new avenues and challenges for Parker and his team. The crucial element now is getting both plants operational and maximizing the processing of ground. Parker recognizes the urgency of pushing through as much ground as possible. To ensure everything aligns with their goals, he plans to engage in a discussion with Mitch, addressing various aspects of their operation and making certain they are on the right track to meet their objectives. In the effort to get both plants up and running, Parker relies on foreman Mitch Blaschke to lead the charge. Making headway in this regard is crucial at this point in the operation. Recognizing the significance of having both plants operational, Parker, aware of his upcoming absence for a trip to Fairbanks, checks in with Mitch to ensure he feels comfortable overseeing the operations during his temporary absence. While Big Red is performing well, there's a concern about falling behind in achieving the necessary square footage without both plants operational. Mitch expresses the hope that upon Parker's return, the wash plant pad will be completed, the sluicifier set up, and both plants fully operational. Essentially, a scenario of having two plants banging to ensure they meet their production goals efficiently. Parker is leaving to get the wheels in motion on the Alaska claim, which he plans to open in just weeks, leaving Mitch with a 5-day window to get the sluicifier operational. As the middle of summer approaches, the days are gradually getting shorter, increasing the urgency. Each passing day seems to click by faster, intensifying the need to have the sluicifier situated on the new wash plant pad to meet their operational timeline. To meet Parker's production goal, Mitch plans a strategy involving the relocation of the sluicifier onto an impressive 30-foot-high pad. Following this, the implementation of a super stacker is planned, designed to convey the pay dirt up to the 18-foot-high plant. This setup facilitates the washing and extraction of gold from the pay dirt, allowing the undesired tailings to effortlessly descend to the ground. This arrangement not only enhances the efficiency of the process, but also simplifies the removal of the less valuable materials. With the super stacker now in place, the crew faces a race against time to get the sluicifier operational and processing pay before Parker returns from Alaska. The impending deadline is looming, and with a substantial amount of work ahead, the days are running out. The last piece of the puzzle is the super stacker heading down to the cut. Parker's crew is on the verge of firing up the sluicifier, but first, they must connect the 120-foot super stacker, a significant step after clearing the pre-wash. The anticipation is palpable as the crew has been working tirelessly, eagerly awaiting this pivotal moment. Tatiana Costa takes her first scoop of the 2022 season in the sluicifier, marking a significant step in their operations. This initial scoop is crucial if they stand any chance of successfully processing the extensive ground they have ahead. With 2 wash plants now operational, there's a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction within the team as they embark on the daunting task of tackling the vast amount of ground before them. Upon Parker's return, observing the team washing rocks, his initial inquiry revolved around their satisfaction with the sluicifier setup. The response was positive, with the sentiment that it seemed effective, especially if it translated into a profitable outcome. The primary focus remains on achieving tangible financial success with the current sluicifier arrangement. In Alaska, Parker and 3 companions engaged in productive efforts involving the stripping and construction of a plant pad.
Additionally,
they successfully sorted out various logistical aspects and essential preparations for their operations in the region. Achieving a milestone in the season, Parker has both of his wash plants actively processing pay dirt. This significant development marks a crucial step forward in the process, bringing him one step closer to the ambitious goal of mining out the 90-acre airstrip and officially launching his Alaska mining operation. At Indian River, Parker has achieved the operation of 2 wash plants, although not for a sufficient duration for the sluicifier to contribute to this week's Goldway. However, Parker's other wash plant, the Big Red, has been actively sluicing pay dirt from the Easy Street cut throughout the week. This effort results in a substantial yield of 162.85 ounces, 162.85, valued at over $290,000. In a remarkable feat for the season, they have now surpassed 1,500 ounces, 1,500, and achieved a total of 1,506.6 ounces, 1,506. A noteworthy comparison to the previous year reveals that at this time, They were at 863 ounces, 863. The significant increase showcases the team's progress and success in their gold mining efforts. The decision to start sluicing almost 2 weeks earlier this year has proven immensely fruitful, with their gold yield nearly doubling compared to the same period last year. Encouraged by this success, the team plans to sustain this strategy and continue pushing forward. Regardless of whether they achieve it or not, they are on track for a potentially record-breaking season. Notably, the efforts have primarily involved one plant, with Big Red performing exceptionally well and the sluicifier now actively contributing to their gold mining operations. With operations progressing exceptionally well, the crew recognizes the importance of working diligently and putting forth their best efforts to make or break the season. The success they've achieved so far highlights the need for continued dedication and hard work to ensure a favorable outcome for their mining efforts. At Mud Mountain, a unique delay occurs, one that foreman Mitch Blaschke willingly instigates. Typically accustomed to having 4 days between cleanups, they find themselves with only 2 days this time. However, with gold visibly accumulating in all the riffles, the crew decides it's time for a cleanup. The proactive approach ensures the efficient extraction of gold and maintains the smooth progress of operations. Approaching the midpoint of the season, the journey has been an uphill battle for Parker and his crew. The workload has significantly intensified, making them busier than ever before. They are currently handling larger projects than they have ever undertaken, adding a layer of complexity to the ongoing mining operations. Alaska native Parker Schnabel made his entrance into the Yukon 8 years ago with a modest sum of just $140,000. In the intervening years, he has successfully mined nearly $60 million worth of gold. However, faced with the challenge of diminishing ground to work with, Parker is navigating the need to explore new opportunities for continued success in the mining industry. Parker's strategic approach involves a choice between fighting tooth and nail for productivity or seeking out ground that is twice as promising. With their sights set on a valuable piece of land in Alaska and encouraging signs of easing border restrictions, Parker is gearing up to make the move, exploring new opportunities for more lucrative mining efforts. Feeling the weight of uncertainty about their reserves, Parker calls upon his right-hand man and foreman, Mitch Blaschke. Recognizing the need to strategize for the future, Parker expresses his anxiety about the current situation and plans to return to Alaska to assess their prospects. The team anticipates challenges ahead, especially considering their rapid pace of mining through the ground and the urgency to secure promising reserves for the future. Discovering the potential 700 ounces from the strip, Parker prioritizes the task of getting Big Red up to the mountain. His immediate focus is on finding new ground for the crew, while ensuring the efficient operation and maintenance of their current mining activities remains a top priority. The most significant challenge they encounter is the constant race against time, as they relentlessly strive to make the most of every available minute and hour. The pivotal focus is on maximizing sluice time, recognizing it as the key to achieving thorough and effective cleanups. This meticulous approach is crucial for amassing a substantial amount of gold by the conclusion of the season. To make this goal a reality, they must rely on dependable machinery and ensure its proper maintenance. After losing 4 hours to necessary repairs, Mitch promptly returns to the task of clearing overburden, emphasizing the importance of efficiently managing the equipment to optimize their mining operations. Their ongoing efforts involve bringing up more material, with a focus on efficiently processing it through the wash plant. This could potentially be the crucial factor in reaching their target of 700 ounces. However, they have not yet reached the pay dirt stage. The maintenance work on Tyson's excavator has left Mitch with a substantial task, as over 1,000 yards of overburden still loom ahead, representing a significant portion of work yet to be completed. The enormity of the challenge is palpable, particularly with the scarcity of both machinery and workforce, creating a formidable hurdle in moving a considerable volume of material. The team faces this monumental struggle, holding their collective breaths and hoping that unforeseen issues do not further impede their progress. Despite Mitch and Tyson overseeing operations at 2 separate plants and cuts, the cohesive unity prevails. They are not just running separate entities, they are one cohesive company, one dedicated team, and one collaborative crew, all relentlessly pursuing the shared objective of extracting the maximum amount of gold from the earth. Mitch is astounded by the sheer volume of dirt they have to contend with. The transformation is surreal, considering that at the beginning of the day, A road stood adjacent to the current cut. Now, gazing at the colossal mound of earth they've displaced, it's nothing short of staggering to comprehend the magnitude of the work accomplished in reshaping the landscape. To reach the 700-ounce target, a significant move is required as they plan to transfer Big Red to Mud Mountain. As the day for payday draws near, the crew is eager to evaluate their weekly performance in Parker's absence. In the current season, Parker and his dedicated team have successfully mined 2,800 ounces, marking a noteworthy accomplishment. However, this figure is only half of what they had achieved by the same point last year, an impressive 152.1 ounces, valued at over $273,000. The anticipation is high as they await the results of their hard work and strategic makings. Mitch is relying on Big Red to yield 350 ounces per week to cover the expenses of stripping Mud Mountain and achieving Parker's 700-ounce target. The recent production was 281.55 ounces, with a value of $500,000. The pressure is on to maintain this level of output to meet their ambitious goals and financial obligations. As Parker strategically plans to invest in a piece of land in Alaska, he stresses the importance of his crew generating substantial income to finance this acquisition. Establishing a significant war chest becomes a pivotal objective. The advantageous circumstances unfold as both fuel prices and gold prices are currently low, creating an opportune window for acquiring Alaskan ground. This strategic alignment prompts the team to capitalize on the favorable market conditions and work towards securing the resources needed for their ambitious journey. In his effort to build a substantial war chest, Parker strategically focuses on the last cut, which happens to be the richest ground they have ever mined. To achieve this, Mitch Blaschke and Brennan Rule initiate the operations on Big Red, harnessing its capabilities. 4 miles west, on the 2,000-acre Promised Land, Parker takes a significant risk by deploying his premier wash plant, Sluicifier, in a calculated move to extract the maximum value from the exceptionally promising ground. A turret expelling 3,300 gallons of water per minute poses a threat, undermining the stability of the pad and risking the potential crash of the 45-ton wash plant into the nearby pond. To address this critical situation, Parker devises a solution by utilizing coarse tailings to reinforce the path and mitigate the impending danger. An hour later, his fix appears to have successfully held, averting the immediate threat of a wash plant mishap. As the season rapidly approaches its conclusion with only 5 weeks remaining, Parker's crew finds itself challenged with the considerable task of mining over half of the airstrip. However, an unexpected turn of events disrupts their operations when Mitch Blaschke, Parker's indispensable right-hand man, receives a distressing call from home. The news unfolds a grim reality of severe wildfires dangerously close to Mitch's residence, prompting immediate action. Amidst the urgency, Mitch's wife diligently packs essential belongings into their car, underscoring the profound importance of family matters over the ongoing mining efforts on the ground. The unforeseen circumstances demand a pause in their operations as Mitch, torn between professional responsibilities and familial obligations, wrestles with the need to address the imminent threat posed by the wildfires to his home and loved ones. With Mitch urgently departing due to the emergency, co-foreman Brennan Rule is thrust into the position of leading day-to-day operations. The weight of this responsibility places immense pressure on his shoulders, but ultimately, his duty remains clear: to extract as much gold as possible. As Parker expresses dissatisfaction with the clearing efforts, tensions rise, leading to a heated argument with Brennan. In response, Brennan makes the difficult decision to step away from the situation. The evolving dynamics highlight the challenges faced by the crew in navigating both operational demands and interpersonal conflicts. After taking some time to cool off, Brennan returns to the cut. Later on, Parker re-enters the scene, offering a sincere apology for his earlier outburst. He acknowledges the challenges Brennan is facing and assures him that he understands the workload. Despite the tense moment, Parker emphasizes the importance of adhering to the basics. Brennan appreciates Parker's return and genuine apology, fostering a renewed sense of camaraderie between them. The mutual respect and understanding contribute to a positive atmosphere, allowing the crew to refocus on their common goal of maximizing gold extraction. With the approach of winter threatening to shut down operations, Parker relies on Brennan to complete the mining of the airstrip. Brennan, eager to contribute to Parker's goals, is determined to conquer the season and aims to secure funds that could potentially be used to acquire new ground for their efforts. The shared commitment between Parker and Brennan underscores their mutual dedication to the success of their mining operations. Throughout this season, Parker has pushed his wash plants and crew diligently, aiming to accumulate funds for a war chest and explore new ground in Alaska. At the current moment, their gold total stands at 6,988 ounces, 6,088, marking a successful season. The prospect of surpassing their previous record of 7,400 ounces in a year is within reach, reflecting the hard work and strategic efforts invested by Parker and his crew. In the pursuit of topping his best season ever, Parker sets his sights on obtaining just over 400 ounces. The initial step involves weighing up the sluicifier, where the rookie wash plant boss Tyson delivers an impressive 290 ounces, 290. The subsequent contribution from Brennan and Big Red brings in an additional 226 ounces, 226. This achievement marks another record-breaking moment for Parker and his crew, underscoring their continuous success in extracting gold from the ground. Surpassing the previous record of 7,400 ounces, 7,400, Parker and his crew have achieved a remarkable 7,504.9 ounces for the season. In a season unlike any other, their diligent efforts and strategic mining approach have resulted in mining more gold than ever before, marking a significant accomplishment for the team. As Gold Rush Season 7 unfolds, viewers are taken on a roller coaster ride with Parker Schnabel as he tackles the daring Eureka project. The narrative intricately weaves through multiple episodes, immersing the audience in the dynamic world of gold mining. Throughout the journey, the unrelenting search for gold is vividly portrayed, showcasing the unpredictable challenges and exhilarating successes that define the industry. The pinnacle of this narrative is the unveiling of a 50-ounce nugget, a climactic moment that underscores both the risks and rewards inherent in Parker's Eureka venture. In the crucial episode 15, aptly titled The Eureka Gamble, the stage is set for a narrative of risk and reward. Driven by an insatiable desire for achievement, Parker Schnabel takes a bold leap by expanding both the wash plant capacity and mining operations at Eureka Creek. This decisive choice not only adds an element of suspense to the storyline, but also lays the foundation for the possibility of significant rewards. The unfolding saga captures the essence of taking chances in the unpredictable world of gold mining, ultimately setting the stage for the climactic discovery of the 50-ounce gold nugget. Parker Schnabel was merely 17 when he initially established a presence in the Klondike, securing a lease on land from Tony Beets. However, this opportunity did not come without its challenges and associated costs. Fast forward to the present, Parker has evolved into his own landlord, a significant milestone that grants him the autonomy to retain every ounce of gold he extracts. This journey underscores Parker's growth and independence in the dynamic realm of gold mining. In the last leg of the final push, Mitch and Tyson undertake the task of running Big Red through the freezing night to safeguard the sluices. Chris Dumit contributes by insulating them with tarpaulins, ensuring protection from the bitter cold. Employing a couple of turbo torches underneath, they prevent the sluice from freezing up. The experience of having a sluice box freeze before emphasizes the importance of their proactive measures to keep the equipment operational in challenging conditions. In the challenging conditions of 14 degrees Fahrenheit at 1 a.m., Mitch and Tyson kick off their night shift, dedicated to keeping Big Red operational. Having already put in a full day's work, their commitment extends into the night as they strive to ensure the continuous operation of the equipment. This around-the-clock effort highlights their unwavering dedication to the mining operation despite the demanding environmental circumstances. In the concluding stage of their operation, as the final rocks pass through Big Red, a minor obstruction occurs with a jam in Tyson's feeder. Mitch remains composed, not overly surprised by the development, recognizing that the issue likely stems from freezing due to the high moisture content in the material. Despite facing an unforeseen challenge, both of them persist in their concerted efforts to remove the obstruction from the bottom. Their collective goal is to successfully address the issue and have the equipment operational before the break of dawn. However, the outlook at this situation appears uncertain, underscoring the unpredictable nature of their current predicament. As the material freezes to the back wall, resembling a massive icebox, the damp substance adheres stubbornly to the surface. The team is compelled to reactivate the equipment and diligently work to clear out the accumulated frozen material. The situation portends a lengthy night, as it clearly states that this are part of sluicing in the cold. Given the current circumstances, it appears likely that they will manage to process the remaining pay dirt and complete their task before the sunrise. The ongoing efforts to navigate challenges underscore their dedication to efficiently overcoming obstacles during the operation. As Parker prepares for the conclusive gold weigh of the season, marking the final one at his Indian River claim, the stakes are high. To surpass the remarkable Yukon record set last year at 8,310, 8310 ounces, Parker is banking on the last week of the season to yield 821, 821 ounces of gold. The anticipation builds as they weigh the two thermos, each representing gold from distinct cuts, the Panama cut and the runway cut. Commencing with the runway cut, the yield is an impressive 388.5, 388.5 ounces, translating to a value exceeding $660,000, $660,000. Transitioning to the final pay dirt from the Panama Canal, which previously delivered 572 ounces, the current output is 240.8 ounces, with a value approaching $410,000, $410,000. The results unfold, contributing to the climax of Parker's season-long efforts. Reflecting on the week's achievements, it stands out as the most productive 2 days with a single plant they've ever experienced. The weekly total reaches an impressive 629.3 ounces, 629.3, contributing to the overall season total of 8,118 ounces. While falling just short of last year's record haul by nearly 200 ounces, the cumulative value of almost $14 million in gold underscores the success of Parker's efforts throughout the season. Chris expresses his belief that the crew has successfully extracted all the available gold, but Parker clarifies that they have effectively managed everything within their control. However, Parker notes that the Alaska venture didn't unfold as well as he had hoped. Parker expresses his gratitude towards his crew and emphasizes the significance of the location. Big Red alone operated for nearly 2,400 hours, showcasing the extensive sluicing efforts invested in the operation. From their humble beginnings, covering just a few hundred square feet in the initial season, this year marked an extraordinary achievement as they navigated and mined an expansive 4 million square feet. The scale and progress are truly commendable, right? The crew reflects on the significant journey they've had on this property, marking the end of an era. While the decision brings a touch of nostalgia, it also fuels their anticipation for the fresh opportunities awaiting them in unexplored terrains. The prospect of making new discoveries and facing the uncertainties of the future excites Parker and his team as they bid farewell to the place where their remarkable mining story unfolded. Parker and his crew conclude their gold mining season, bidding farewell to the mining ground they dedicated weeks to. They depart with not only an impressive total of $14 million in gold, but also the lessons learned, challenges overcome, and memories created. The closing chapter marks the end of one journey and paves the way for new horizons and opportunities on the ever-evolving path of gold mining. As we wrap up this amazing season of gold mining with Parker Schnabel and his dedicated crew, we are reminded of the highs, lows, and immense achievements they have experienced. If you have enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling adventures in the world of gold mining. Your support keeps the excitement alive, and we look forward to bringing you more stories of challenges, triumphs, and golden moments. Subscribe to the channel for more such videos.